So what we're here to do now is make sure that we have the proper URLs for our dance. So we've created a dance that has dance moves in it, and now we want to put in the URLs. If we wanted to put in the URL of a website, we would simply put in, for instance, www.snooptunes.com, and this dancer would be allowed to run on the front page of SnoopTunes.com. Now, if we wanted this to be on a sub page, for instance, we might put in /dancer, and then we would create an HTML page on our website called Dancer. There's not one there right now. And when we load it up, it would have to be on this URL, and the dancer would be allowed to dance under that sub-page on the main domain, snooptunes.com. So those are the two considerations when you're just putting it on a normal website. Is you want to put in the domain name of how people normally get there, and then if there's a sub-page that it's on, like Dancer, then you would want to make sure that when they typed /dancer, that's where you actually put the code, and that's where they'll see the dance. The second instance is somewhat unique to MySpace. MySpace requires a minimum of 2 URLs. So for MySpace, what we want to do is get the my URL and the profile URL. So let's do that. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to just backspace over this domain and leave it the way it was by default. Then we're going to go to click on the tab up here where we're already logged into MySpace. So this is the first page that you would see if you were able to log into the SnoopTunes MySpace account, but each MySpace account has this basic format. On the left hand side, you'll see the areas where you can edit profile, account, etc. And as you move down, you see an area called View My Profile, Pics, Videos, Blog, Blog Comments, Friends. So the first URL that we want to get, we find that by going down until we can see clearly this area here that says tell people about your MySpace. My URL. We want to copy the my URL. That's the first URL that we want to put into the dance modeler. So by highlighting it and then holding down the CTRL key and pressing the C key for copy, or right mouse clicking and then selecting copy, we copy it into the paste buffer, and then we can go back up to this tab here where the dance modeler is, and then we want to highlight this entire little area here because it's going to overwrite it because it already includes the http:// and then we want to do Control, hold down the CTRL key and press V for like Victor. And what that does is pastes from whatever's in the paste buffer into this field. And so what you see is you have http://www.myspace.com/snooptunes, which is our MySpace URL. But this is MySpace, so we need a second URL. So the first thing we're going to do is go down to the bottom where there's the buttons, and we're going to click on Add URL. So we click on Add URL, and it adds a second URL field. Now we're going to go back up to this browser tab where we've already logged into MySpace. Click on there. This takes us back to MySpace. And then we're going to scroll up to the top so that we can see, once again, our area down here that says View My. And now we want to click on Profile. When you click on Profile, this is the profile that people see. This is the profile that your friends see and anyone sees if you have a public profile. But what we want is to go up to the address bar at the top, and we want to highlight the URL up at the top. And if you notice, if we go way to the right, it ends with friend ID equals. That's what we want. We want to highlight this entire URL that starts HTTP and ends with friend ID equals and a number. So again, we can hold the CTRL key down and press C. That copies this URL into the paste buffer. We're now going to go down to the tab that takes us back to the dance modeler. And then we want to highlight in that second field the HTTP:// that's already there. And then hold down the CTRL key. Again, press V for paste. And if we hold down our left arrow key, it'll move to the left and it'll show us that the URL that's now in there that ended with a number, friend ID, starts with HTTP:// profile.myspace.com, etc. So we now have the two essential URLs necessary to allow our dancer to work on MySpace. At this point, you're ready to buy the dance.